Hello and welcome to Success Stories. Success Stories is that interview show where we talk to students of Excel Academy on how they passed CS, EET, executive, or professional on their journey to become a CS. And joining me today is Sonali Desai. Hello, Sonali. Welcome to Success Stories.
Thank you, sir.
So, first of all, congratulations on clearing CS, EET. It's a great start to your CS journey.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Very good. So Sonali, first, can you tell us a brief idea, like where are you from and what you're doing, so that students who are watching this get a brief idea?
Yes, sir. My name is Sonali Desai. I'm studying BCom final year and I'm from Hubli.
Very good. So Sonali is from Hubli in Karnataka and she's doing her final year degree and decided to take up CS. So how did you decide to take CS? Like, was there any plan from school level or how did it happen?
Since the beginning, I didn't have any such plans, sir. Though my friends are doing it, and also I got to know from my professors from my college. So it was like just a trial and error basis. That's why it took up. No
So the
plans from school and outside, sir.
Okay, good. So during your college, professors told and you took it.
Yes,
So the
sir.
trial and error has worked out because you have cleared the
Yes, sir.
CSE. Very good. So first thing is like, how was the reaction? Like, were your parents or other relatives, did they know about CS or like, did they have an idea? Like, how was
they didn't have anything clearly. They didn't know anything about it. So once I took into the joined for this entrance exam and all, I just told my parents that I'm doing this. They supported me well. So before my results, even I was nervous. So once I got to know that it was cleared, my parents and everyone were very happy.
Excellent. Very good. So the next thing which we would like to ask is that some students tell that CSET is very easy. I'll do self-study. But how did you think that you should take coaching? Like, forget about Excel, but why did you think I need coaching? Like, what was that feeling?
Not all the subjects what we have in CSET is what we have studied. Things like legal aptitude and logical reasoning are very new for people like me. We don't have like in school level, neither in PU nor in degree. So it is a very new subject and coaching is very, very necessary for such subjects, especially for legal aptitude and logical reasoning. Current affairs also is like a very new concept. Unless you are interested in politics or everyday news, it's very difficult to know about it. So rather than that, business communication is a part of our PUC. So it was very easy, not that tough. Economic and business environment also was sort of so. We have studied it in school and as well as college level.
Right. And especially when you go through coaching, you'll be knowing where to focus, what to give more attention and how to get high marks.
We just can't go on reading everything, sir. So we need like someone who can give us an idea about what to read and how to read is very necessary.
Correct. So talking about what to read and how to read, in the subjects, which subject you felt was little more challenging than others and how did you approach that subject?
Legal aptitude was the most toughest part for me. Logical reason also was the same.
Okay.
So that was like, it was a tough part, but I didn't like do anything special for that. I just kept it on reading and marking important things like was very important. Just reading was not necessary. Marking on and keeping notes of that also was very important for me. That was I did, sir.
So did you, for instance, take any mock test or like was there any preparation relating to that?
Yes, sir, I have done it. Like I have taken mock test from your coaching also. I had it at the end of each recording sessions. So I've taken up the mock test for each and every subject, sir.
So was that helpful? Because some students tell that, no, I don't want any mock test. Directly, I will go on the day of exam.
No, sir, it was very helpful. We get to know what we have studied and what we have to focus more on. So there it was very helpful. If we just go on for the exam, it is like tough. It was like more nervous feeling. So first preparing for the mock test and then going to the final was more easier.
Now coming back to like the preparations, we were telling about mock test, but before mock test is like actually studying and
Yes, sir.
making sure you do well. See, now we get one common concern from many students who are doing degree, maybe BCom, BBA, everybody. They say, sir, we don't have time to study. We are having degree. Degree is having so many commitments. Like assignments are there, the
Yes, sir.
internals are there. Like these things I don't know because these are all new things. Nowadays, degree
Yes,
is
sir.
also quite challenging. So how did you manage your time, or like what happened with you?
This is true, sir. It was tough for me also. I registered this around in March, the second week, sir. So from March third week, I had my SEM exams till April second week. So that 1 month, I couldn't truly focus on this. So from April third week to May first week is what I studied for these 4 subjects. Rather than that, no special attention or anything like that. Only this 1 month I had studied, sir.
Okay, so with focused study of 20 to 30 days also, it is possible, and Sonali is one example of how she cleared. So now talking a little bit about logical reasoning. Some
Sir.
students tell that logical reasoning is so difficult that I don't want to take up CSEET itself. But
Yes.
actually it is not. It is quite interesting.
Yes, sir.
So what did you do like to make it interesting for you, or like how did you approach that logical reasoning?
Before joining into the CSET, I had taken before joining BCom also, I had taken up logical reasoning classes for 1 month crash course kind of.
Okay.
That was more helpful for me. But calendar events and that clock was much difficult for me. Rather than those two, other things were much easier.
Very good, excellent. So now coming to your preparation level, did you make your own notes, or were you just studying? Like, what was your style? Because every student has their own style. What was your style?
For me, reading from phone or laptop is very tough. So whatever PDF I got it from ICSI, I took a print of all those. Then I kept it separate subject wise, and whatever I used to read and whatever was more important, I used to highlight them. And much important than that, I used to make notes of whatever more important things, notes like logical reasoning needs notes. Like we have to make a note of sums and all for
and
that.
Practicing the sums.
Yes, sir. For business communication, also making some short forms to remember was also I made notes for those. Sir.
Very good, excellent. I think you have done most of the things right, and we can see it in your result.
Yes.
One thing which is another thing which I would like to know is like, how did you decide that you should join Excel Academy, or like how did you chance upon us?
Excel Academy, I didn't know anything about that first. So like after joining into ICSI, I was just scrolling on Instagram. So I found it there. Okay. So from there I got to know about your academy, sir.
Sure. So how was the experience once you joined? Like, can you share a little bit about
Sure, sir. Experience was like amazing. The best part is we get to learn in English. Being from Karnataka and studying in Hindi is little tough. Teaching someone like getting to learn in English is much more easier. So that's what we can find in your institute, like in your coaching center, sir. Very rare coaching centers provide in English. Right. That's more easier, sir. And everyone in your institution give like personal attention and all. They take up calls and attend our calls. They'll help us with the doubts if anything is there. Very good, excellent. So now tell us, like just before the exam, since like it is a one single day of exam, how did you revise? Because everybody asks this. Lot of students tell, sir, easily you will teach, but in the end we should revise everything. And CSET, we have like all exams together, like that is the format. So how did you revise? That's what I told you, sir. When I have taken the printed notes, I have just highlighted whatever was important. So at the end of exam or just previous, whatever I had highlighted, I just read those and appeared for the exam. Okay, very good. So now how is your confidence level to face executive? Like how are you? Much more than before. Because I think you are telling me that you are not sure about your result and you are worried like what will happen. And yes, sir. Now I'm more confident, sir. Good. So now you are planning to write in December for the executive level? Yes, sir. Great. Is there any general tips or any other suggestions you'd like to give your friends? Because just a few months ago, you were in a situation where you first took up CS as a new course.
along with BCom. You had your SEM exams, no time
Yes,
to
sir.
study. But now we are on the other side where you have actually cleared CSET
Yes.
and you're in a position to probably share some of your experience or suggestions. What
Rather
would you
than
like to tell?
a suggestion, I would like to tell experience was like very tough. Covering all the 4 subjects within 20 to 25 days was really very hard. But rather than like getting tensed, I just made some important points. Rather than reading everything, focusing on like more important points was very easier. And highlighting those and reading it just before the previous exams also was very, very easier. And understanding from a textbook language and making notes from our own language is more easier again. So at the end of the exam, just starting before the exam, if we read in our notes, so it's easier for us also to understand. That's what I have done, sir.
Very good. I think everybody who's watching this, especially students who have just finished 12th standard or PUC or whatever is the state exam, they feel that no, I'll take CS after I finish degree. For them, what do you have to say?
That's not true, sir. Just before you get into degree, it's better to take up that time. In case of any failure, you still have time to recover that. So if you take at the end of the degree or after completing degree, you'll have less time. In case of any failures, you don't have any time to again sit and study. So if you take up with the degree, it is more useful. So if you're taking up things like BBA or BCom, the CS part also will help us there, sir. So they are like correlated kind of, sir.
Definitely. This is actually, when it comes from a student who's cleared, it is better, because when we tell that connect is not there for students, they say, no, I'll come after degree. Like, why should I take it now?
Sir.
But like you rightly pointed out, you will save a lot of time by
Sir.
taking it in the first year degree, and it is possible if you study properly, do the basics. Even if you have SEM exam, still you can clear it, like how Sonali has done. So finally, what are your final thoughts on clearing CSET and going ahead on your journey to becoming a CS?
I never expected of these things, sir. Having them like a surprises in my life are the best part. And I expect more things on the December exams also, sir.
Very good. I'm sure we will again meet you once you clear the executive,
sir.
again in another episode of Success Stories.
Yes, sir.
So we wish you the very best. So everybody who's watching this, that was Sonali Desai, who had SEM exams. Despite that, did not give up, studied, made her own notes, took the printout, because many students just study in the laptop. If you're comfortable, no problem, but printout is always better. And we're used to it right from schools to have a physical book. And she took the mock exams, took the right coaching, and finally she has got the results. So thank you very much, Sonali, for sharing your experience with all our students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me here.
So I wish all of you the very best for your exams, and you too can be on the Success Stories episode if you study well and clear the exams. And for any help, we are always there. Ensure that you give a thumbs up to this video and share it with your friends. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel to get inspired and join this great profession of company secretary. Thank you and all the best to you.